The Marine Environmental Protection Committee sat down to deliberate on strategies for the shipping industry. What was discussed? Find out on this episode.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
The shipping industry contributing billions to economies and changing livelihoods. But as much as its impact is positive, there are negatives. For example, it contributes 3% of the global greenhouse gases. The MEPC committee sat down in London to deliberate and come up with strategies to reduce the effects of greenhouse gases emitted by the sector. The first strategy they came up with was carbon intensity in ships to decline by strengthening ship efficiency. This can be achieved by, first and foremost, using, for example, satellites to monitor how ships are moving in the seas. Taking, for example, Evergreen Line are using data collected from satellites to monitor their ships' voyages. This data, once collected, is used to determine how fuel can be saved by these particular ships. Once this information is collected, it is shared by the crew aboard these ships so that they can make informed decisions on how much fuel to use and thus reducing their emissions of carbon dioxide. Other strategy they came up with was carbon intensity to decline by at least 40% in 2030. Now, a statistic done by Statistical Group revealed that cruise ships, for example, emitted 140 million metric tons of CO2 to the environment. Now, to reduce this impact, ships have to use smarter means of addressing this particular effect. Ships to use zero or near zero fuel sources. These include ammonia, hydrogen, and nuclear sources. For example, MySec Logistics have received their first green-fueled vessel, the HMD Hull, which was handed over from Big Ship Industries in Hyundai, South Korea this past week. Now, speaking at the event was the outgoing IMO Secretary General, Peter Klein, who acknowledged and welcomed these strategies, saying they were ambitious and would keep the shipping industry in line. However, some key players were skeptical and believed that the strategies implemented were a little bit too late and that the shipping industry needed to take key steps as immediately as possible. According to the World Bank, 1 to 3.7 trillion US dollars can be generated when the shipping industry is regulated. The big question, however, remains: how will developing countries and island countries catch up with this fast-moving industry in order to implement these strategies? Reporting for Blue Radio, my name is Ian Kito.